Hundreds turning out for a touching tribute today to a young man who gave his life for his country.
Funeral services held in Williamsville this morning for 25-year-old Jonathon Cote. Cote was working as a private contractor in Iraq when he and his colleagues were kidnapped in November of 2006. All of them were tortured and then killed. Their bodies not found until the past couple of weeks. 7 News reporter Melanie Pritchard is here now with more on Cote's emotional funeral today.
So many questions, so few answers. Mourners at Jonathon Cote's funeral were reminded not to dwell on his tragic death, but instead to celebrate a life that he enjoyed every day. For 17 months, Jonathon Cote's family relied on faith to help them deal with his disappearance. That faith is what's helping them get through this final goodbye. Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary Church in Williamsville is filled with nearly 800 mourners, family, friends, even strangers paying final respects to a young man who served 4 years with the 82nd Airborne in the Middle East and later died as a civilian working to protect troops in Iraq.
He was a gift from God. He was a gift to our country and the cause for freedom.
Pastor Randy Roselle, one of the clergy presiding over this interfaith service, his message, leave the vengeance for Jonathon's death up to God.
And we certainly want truth and justice, but there's temptations, to want to get back and get even and settle the score, but, we leave that to God.
John wasn't afraid. He was a warrior for our country. He had a warrior spirit. He served and served well.
As Francis Cote eulogized his son by sharing touching stories of his life, he also paid tribute to his son's fellow servicemen and his University of Florida frat brothers. Francis Cote also calling attention to the dangers of a military contractor's life, who he says are much like soldiers themselves.
They sling span in a mess tent. They tote guns along air base perimeter. They shoot. They get shot at and sometimes get killed.
With a kind heart and a good conscience, he lived his life each day to its fullest.
Christopher Cote choking back tears as he remembers his brother, his friend.
I love Jonathon completely. And I know that love for Jonathon is shared by everyone here today.
As the funeral procession leaves the church, it passes under a flag draped from a fire truck's ladder over Main Street. And at Pine Lawn Cemetery in Cheektowaga, a burial with full military honors. The sheriff's helicopter passes above, and his family places roses on Jonathon's casket, giving him one last kiss goodbye. While some may have questioned why Jonathon Cote took on such a dangerous job, his father said today that Jonathon looked at it as an opportunity, one that he did not want to regret later not taking. Coming up on 7 News at 6, we talk with some of the people who didn't even know the Cotes who were there for the funeral. Joanna, back to you.